Hi, everybody. Um, Happy full moon slash, what is today? Wednesday. Spring equinox if you're here in the States. Um, Autumn equinox, I guess, for the rest of the world. Um, it is very, very, very intense right now. Um, My last live stream, I had said I was going to do a another video about relationships. And now I guess is the best time for me to go ahead and do that because I personally just went through a really intense, amazing, fast, beautiful relationship and got my heart broke. And I haven't experienced that in about three and a half years. That was the last time I was in a relationship. And as in all the videos that I've made in the past, I say I want to be authentic and transparent with people on as far as my journey in order to hopefully help other people, right? Because I always get out of victim mode by saying, where's the solution, right? So yesterday was very intense. And let me preface this by saying that the full moon and the full moon in Libra and all of the energies that are going on right now are focused on relationships. Now that said, all it's not all about romantic relationships. It's because we have relationship with everything, right? We have relationship with our careers, with our family, with our money, with you. I mean, I have a relationship to the chair that I'm sitting on, right? And so the relationship aspect of your entire life is getting a reboot right now. I got to experience that really quickly, really, really fast, being what my teacher, Ali Hoffman, calls a soul innovator, which is what I am. I get to experience things super fast and super quick in order to, I guess, integrate for the whole, right? So, yeah, we are all getting a total reboot in our life right now. And it's about looking at things such as codependency and where are you giving your energy to? Is it really worth you investing time and energy in something, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a job, or the way that you handle or look at money or things like that, right? So, yesterday I had to kind of just sit and wallow because, again, I forgot what it felt like to invest energy in another person. And then, I'm very visual when it comes to how I react. And so, I could just see the visions of my heart being broken into like if you had dropped a mirror on the ground and all the pieces just being swept up, like I had to keep sweeping up the pieces into like a dust mop or uh, what is it called, a dustpan, right? Trying to pick up all the pieces. And finally this morning in a meditation, I finally was able to kind of heal it, where I had the visual of, my heart having all these swords in it and then having them taken out and just watching it as it healed. And so, again, it's a really intense time. And if you're going through something like this, whether it be a heartbreak in a relationship or heartbreak with, losing a job or something like that, know that you're not alone. This is, it's really intense times, and fortunately, it's not going to get easier anytime soon. It's like we have to stop investing in things that aren't bringing you true fulfillment, right? So, like right now, it's so uncomfortable. The energy is so uncomfortable that no amount of self soothing seems to help. I'm going to the gym, I'm going to yoga classes, I'm doing meditation, and in that moment, I feel good. And then the reality comes back, and it's like, oh my God, this is, I don't know if I can do this. I mean, seriously, like within the last day or two, I was like, God, I can't do this. I cannot take on anymore. It's too much. It's too much. I have a relationship ending. The finances in my bank account are almost non-existent, and I'm looking at like what I don't have and not focusing on, okay, I know I'm a powerful being, and I have been through this before, and I was able to survive. And this time I have tools. But while you're in it and you're in that moment, it's really, really hard to remember those things. I mean, for me, being in a relationship and then having it end and, going through all of that, I just kept thinking, what did I do? I have been doing all of this work, all the spiritual work that is supposed to not, this is not supposed to happen. And just totally going into the whole story behind it, right? Instead of looking at the fact that all things, no matter what our human mind tends to think, um, all things are perfect and they're all meant to be just as they are, right? I had to go through that again, to see a loop, as my one of my teachers, as I said, Ali Hoffman, was talking about this month. If you, she does soul channel reports, and I will post it on my website. But it's about being in this loop, right? Of me giving my power away to people, of investing in things that maybe aren't best for me, and because in the moment it feels good, right? And there were signs leading up to it, and I'm so intuitive. There were signs that this is not the thing, right? But I didn't listen because it felt good, and I missed being in relationship with somebody. I missed the affection, I missed the love. And instead of creating that within myself, because I thought I already had, right? I thought I already had. And it's just like the Ram Dass quote where, if you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family. It's the same thing in relationship. If you think you're enlightened, be in a romantic relationship, and then all things that you thought you worked on, you'll get shown something completely different, right? So, yeah, really intense times. And and I, like I said, I follow a lot of astrology, so the more I learn about it, the more it's helping me, because I'm able to prepare myself for when this happens, when things like this happen. I kind of knew the day that the relationship was going to end. I knew it. I saw signs. There were things going on in the planets and astrologically that pointed in that direction. But we're human, and it still hurts. It still really, really hurts, and I have to honor that. Just like you have to, whenever you're feeling pain and you get hurt, it's so important to honor the pain and just be with it. Because if in the past, maybe I would have tried to push it away and just be like, no, I'm hard. Things like that don't affect me. I don't need a man, or, whatever. But the reality of it is it hurts, and that's one of our gifts, blessings, curses, whatever you want to call it, of being human. Excuse me. As I get choked up on my emotions, right? The emotion of being human, because it's real in our minds. It's real. And it's because of the power that we give it, right? So when we get so immersed and so engulfed in the pain, and and that's okay. It's okay to get immersed in the pain, because we are human, but at the same time, at some point, for me, because I have studied spirituality and I have worked on myself for so long, I've gotten to the point where through all the pain, I constantly in the background go, okay, you know what? I'm stronger than this. Where is the solution? Where is the solution? Because I am a powerful manifester. And yes, my heart is broken right now. But you know what that shows me is that I care, that I love so much. And I am so willing to open my heart to love that I risk it being broken, or being broken even further open, in order to love even more. Because that's what having a broken heart is. It's about when your heart breaks open, it's just so that you can receive even more love. And so right now, and especially whenever times are this intense, for whatever it is that you're going through, it's about only taking on things that make sense, that are really worthy of your time and energy. And even though everything is still really, really confusing, you want to make sense of kind of what relationships are going to work. Right now it's about empowering yourself, and whatever it is that you, me, us, whatever we're looking for outside of us, we start creating that from within. It is about, I'm all about, right, being strong and fitness and being strong physically. But now it's about our emotional strength and going within to create empowerment within ourselves, and and healing, and not word is, I want to say disempowering, but it's let's see, codependency. Becoming codependent on other people, on other situations. um, you know what comes to mind besides a romantic relationship or friendships is money. Thinking that these other things are what's going to provide happiness and fulfillment for you, when in reality, you already are that. I'm having to learn that right now. I can honestly tell you, I can't, even though I say that, that you have to find that within yourself, I'm still looking too. We're all students, we're all learning. It's not an easy process. I am far from a master. And yet I see it right there, which is why I always strive for the mastery, and knowing and having compassion with myself, that as long as I remain open and continue to take steps, that maybe someday I'll obtain that mastery, right? I mean, in this moment, if I can just feel okay within my own body, even if just for a moment, and and feel the calm and the peace, and know that everything is going to be okay, that no matter what, that everything will be okay, and knowing that I created that from within me, that I didn't need another person to love me because I have that love for myself, right? I don't need another situation. I don't need a certain amount of money. I don't need a certain status or career in order to bring me fulfillment or happiness or whatever. That I create that within myself. And then when you create that within yourself, you radiate that, you exude that, and then you help the planet by like transmitting that energy to to everybody. Yeah. And so we're all working on that. We're getting a really intense lesson on that right now. And it's hard, right? I'm it's not easy. It's not easy. And I remember when I first started making these videos, I was just like, I'm just going to uplift everybody and it's going to be all about positivity. And, but this is reality. And reality is not always going to be like sugar plums and fucking fairies, right? It's not. The real world is we have challenges and we get hurt. And so it's a matter of, instead of being a victim, and even if you are a victim in a moment, and you want to wallow, that's okay. But get yourself out of it. Don't rely on somebody else to get you out of it, because that's not fair to yourself. You're not giving yourself enough credit in order to create a life that you desire, the power within yourself that you can create, that you don't need anybody else. And that's not to say that we don't rely on a community or support in some other way, but ultimately it has to be up to you. I teach this whenever I'm dealing with fitness. It's about you making that choice to want to get healthy. It's not anybody else. Nobody else. I can't do it for you. I can't heal you. You have to do that. You have to choose that. So even when it comes to emotional things, in order to heal, you have to make that choice. And you have to put in work, because it's about, it is work. It's not easy. That when we do yoga, it's called a practice, because you have to practice it every day. You don't just do it every once in a while. You do it every day. You do something, some kind of stretching or meditation practice or something to show the universe, to show yourself that you are worthy, that you're willing to put in work to create a better life. It's not about struggle. It's not about going and doing something that you don't enjoy, but it's also not about just laying back and expecting things to come to you, right? In order for me to have a really healthy, beautiful, romantic relationship at some point, although not anytime soon, I have to put in work. And sometimes you get hurt. And sometimes you get scrapes and bruises and you bleed. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it is. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I know that I have it in me. I know that you have it in you, in order to create everything that you need, that you desire. You have that power within you. I have that power within me. It's about tapping into that inner warrior. I'm able to do that whenever I'm in the gym, right? And it's crazy, because I look at my life and I would always think, God, why can I put so much drive and determination and confidence and strength whenever I'm in, when I'm in the gym working out, like in physical activity. But then when it comes to the rest of my life, I'm like I don't know, a bag blowing in the wind. Like just I don't know. And so sorry about that. And so oh man. Okay, lost it. Hold on. Oh, okay. So workouts, right? And so whenever it comes to the rest of my life, it's like, how can I use that same strength and drive and determination when it comes to other aspects of my life? And once I started asking that question, that's when the answers started coming. And now it's like I'm getting a really intense lesson on that. And we all are. And I think I want to finish this up because it's by just saying that at this time everything is about relationship, because we have relationship with everything, whether it be romantic, whether it be finances, job, career, your family, whatever, right? But it's what you bring to your relationship. It's about you taking responsibility for your life. And I know even with me that word is triggering. You think of responsibility and you're like, I don't, it's like adulting, right? But it's not about that. It's about making choices in order to create what it is that you desire, and not relying on others to create for you. Don't sell yourself short. You have the power within you. It's a matter of finding that and tapping into it, because it's there. I promise you that it's there. You just sometimes you got to grit your teeth and look for it and know that it's there. And if you need to call on help, or if you just need a moment to wallow, have a pity party, then do that. But then get out of it. Mourn as long as you need to mourn. There are still moments, all of this just happened the day before yesterday for me, this relationship, right? So there are still moments when I, out of nowhere, just break down crying. And I just let myself do it because I have to honor that pain. And it's a whole lot better to just honor it in the moment than shoving it down and having to deal with it later whenever there's already other pains on top of it, because then it's going to blow up and it's going to be even more intense, and you don't want that. I don't want that. I would rather just cry it out and feel embarrassed or whatever because I'm out in the middle of people and they see me cry, whatever. So it's about healing ourselves right now and empowering ourselves right now. So I will end with that. I know that you have, all of the power and all the things you need within you in order to create the life of your desires. It's all going to get to that point. We're all going to be living in a beautiful world. And it's a matter of finding the beauty in each moment that you're in, regardless. Making that choice over and over and over again. I choose to see the beauty in every situation. I choose to see the beauty in every person. I choose to see nothing but beauty. Or I choose to see, find something beautiful to focus on. And so I will leave you with that. And I hope that as intense as the energies are, you find some beauty today. And I am sending you love. So I hope you have a beautiful day. And if you like this video, please feel free to share it. And I wish you well. Thanks, y'all.